I'm just gonna march him down. I gotta kill this guy, you know. Right. F6. F6. How's he gonna push me? Push me 7 F6. He was dead. What? This might be one of my best games ever. Sack the rook, sack the knight, sack the whole house.
Hello guys, so let me wait for people to enter. So make sure you have working internet connection for it to be easy for you. Okay, so for your prerequisites, good internet connection, of course a working laptop with some tolerable specs. I'm looking at like around maybe 4 gig RAM for your smooth computer operations, for your smooth operation of your Python. What else? Yeah, I think that's all. The other things will get it on the way. So I'm still waiting for you guys to enter to the channel. And I repeat, if you encounter any problem during the setup, you may comment in the comment section. You may comment in the comment section so that I can attend to that problem, so that we can all move together. So it's exactly 20:00, 2000 or kickoff. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share. It helps us, gives us energy, guys. Okay, so let us start. For this simple video, we're going to be installing your IDE and your Python. The Python is the programming language which are going to be used for programming, and the IDE is the environment which you are going to use that programming language. The IDE provides you with some things like code editing, debugging, and a translator, and gives you also a platform to run your code. That's an IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. There are many IDEs, something like Jupyter Notebook, may get something like PyCharm, but for the sake of this video, we're going to be using Visual Studio Code. Easy to work with and can also be integrated with other programming languages also. So let's start off by installing your IDE, your environment. So you head on to your browser, you search Visual Studio Code. Okay, you have many hits, but you have to be careful which one you select. So I'm going to be using this one. This is the correct logo for their company, so make sure you can check on this site. You may verify on your computer if you are clicking where I'm clicking in terms of verifying this text. It's very important. So I'm going to head on to their website. I think it's quite easy, good interface, quickly shows you how to download. See this button for your downloads, just click on download. Your download of Visual Studio should start shortly. Yeah, you can see it is already started downloading. So your speed, of course, it will vary according to internet connectivity, but you have to be patient for it. So I think it's quite easy, going well. And if you encounter any problem, or if you don't see this kind of interface, I think you might need to verify your search and where you clicked. So this basically will download like the latest version of the application, which will of course have better features, easier codes, because these latest versions are also incorporated with AI. Okay, things going well. Okay, if you face any issues, write them in the comment section and I will respond to you instantly. And it will take some time depending on your internet speeds. So in the meantime, let us talk a bit about Python. And if you haven't seen our first video, you may want to look it up. We tried on some good stuff there. So, but for the sake of this video, let me repeat some other stuff which might be relevant. So, what is Python? Python, as I have said earlier, it's a programming language. It's a good programming language. It's good for novices, beginner friendly, and it is very versatile. Used in many situations. It's also used in AI, data science, web development, automation, and quite frankly, it is on demand. Of course, there are also competitors like JavaScript, but Python, it's good for beginners. So what I also download a translator, as you see. But what is a translator? It's a simple thing, just like its name. It translates. But what does it translate? It translates the source code to object code. Then I ask again, what is the source code and what is the object code? These are just not names with no meaning. Source code is the code which you enter as the programmer or the software developer into your programming language, of course, maybe using your IDE. This is what you understand. This is you, the programmer, writing the code. But the computer doesn't understand English like us, doesn't understand its own language, which is what we call maybe machine language. That is binary language, the language of zeros and ones. That is what a computer understands. And that's what we refer to as the object code. So your translator translates your source code to the object code. And there are many types, there are different types of translators. For we say an interpreter, the compiler, and what are their differences? The compiler, it translates your code at one go, while your interpreter translates your code line by line until the end of a program. What are their disadvantages, pros and cons? The compiler is very fast on execution, but it is almost like the same in the first execution. Why so? Because in the first execution, that's when it translates. On subsequent occasions, subsequent events, it will be using the object code which was already translated before. But if you change any portion of your code, you have to redo it. You have to retranslate. While the interpreter will go line by line, and it is also the interpreter, like an easiness of debugging, of pinpointing your errors in the code. But of course, it will be like slower on subsequent events because it will translate every time you run it. That's our translators. And for Python, it uses the interpreter as its translator. Okay. So, okay. Okay, please bear with me for the poor speed, but unfortunately I have to wait patiently. Yeah, good news guys, after waiting for some excruciating time, the download is over. So let's go up and install it. So open the downloads, this is your application, run the application, the setup, sorry. I think for most of you downloaded it years ago, so you have to accept. Of course, if you may also read the so I'll accept the agreement. Next, you may also change where you want to install the IDE, but for me this location is okay, so I'm going to click yes, and check if you have enough space on your hard drive or your disk. Okay, click next. Okay, okay, I've completed installing, so let me click finish. Yeah, so this is your IDE. Okay, you may install Python independently, or you can just click install Python here. It's now installing Python. Okay, you come here for in the extension. See here the extension. You search for your extension. I want Python. For some, if you want Jupyter Notebook, this is where you type it in. So I want Python. See, I think it's installing. If it is not there, this is where you install it. So let me mischievously try to run a code. Okay, there's already written a certain line of code, print high. So this is a command for Python, print high. You see. Let me try to create a new file. It should be a Python file. The first. Okay, I'll do that when I save. And click end location. So I'm gonna put it here in the downloads. Say create file. Say print. So here it's not indicating if the code is correct or not, because it doesn't know yet what programming language it is, since it's just a file. Like .txt is just a file. So the Python which was installing, I think it's done. Okay. So here what is this? It says this is what you may use if you want to code in the command, in your command prompt. This is what you do. Okay, let me copy it. I might need it if I want to do that. So this is your path. So let me save this line of code. So it is not plain text, it should be Python. Scroll downward, Python, save. Yeah, now it is now recognizing that this is a Python code. So let me try to run it. So you come here. Okay, watch my cursor. Here, this button, like for play. If you go here, run Python, run a task. So I just want to run Python file. Okay, it's not outputting anything. Let me see what is the problem. Okay, let's debug. Yeah, it was running. Said hi. Can you try to run it again? I think it's becoming slow. So if you select the debugger here, come here, run, start debugging, Python debugger. Giving you main options, Python file, debug the currently active Python file. That's what I want to do. You need to select a Python interpreter before start debugging. Click on select interpreter and status. Okay, let me do that. Okay, this is what I wanted. Python is not installed. So you come here, say Python downloads. So this is their website, python.org, Python with a capital letter P. So let me head over there. So for your downloads, either Windows laptop, so I'll come here, Windows, and I'll select which package, setup package I want to download. Download Windows installer. 64-bit, 32-bit, one is 64-bit. Of course, you have to be careful for if you want to check your Windows. If it is not Windows 7, if it is Windows 7 or the other ones like Windows XP, you have to look for another one which is not 3.13.12. So just install this one. 27 MBs. So this is now downloading, but for the sake of speed I'll spare you this. I'd already downloaded that one. There it is. Just install Python. Yeah, you have to be careful. Add Python to path. This would save you the trouble if you want to use this Python in command prompt. This will save you the trouble. Okay, I'll just click everything here. Yeah, just install now. It's now installing. So yeah, it's now complete. Just close this window. And if you want to check if it is installed, you might come here, say command prompt to check if it is installed correctly. You may write something like Python yeah, it is installed correctly. You can see Python 3.13.12. So to show you that it is installed correctly, so you might also want to try it out using Python in the command prompt instead of something maybe like your IDE. You can test it out here. So what I've installed this Python is Python with the debugger, which understands the syntax of Python. So let me try to write a code. Okay, Python 3.3.12. Okay, let me try to write a command, print hi. Yeah, you can see it is writing the code correctly. You might also want something more, maybe advanced, but if you don't understand it now, it's okay. We're going to touch it. Something maybe like arithmetic. See? So just basically understand Python and also debugs and run the code. Maybe let me put something which is erroneous. And it may be 1 plus maybe a string, so that it would throw an error at me. Yeah, so it can also debug some of these things. See, So it's a good testimony that my Python is installed correctly. So let me head over the IDE. I need to refresh this. Okay, cancel. Let me try to run it again. Python. Okay, then you select this one, Python 3.13. This is what I've installed. And if you don't see anything or you miss something, you might need to rerun it to rewind the video, or more simply you may type in the comment section the error which is throwing on your IDE so that I can attend to it. So you can see it's now running correctly. Print I. So this is your terminal. Just print the I. Going to print I. Yeah, now it's running correctly. So this is your first line of code. The famously, let me put it, I word, the rite of passage for programmers. You can also do something like arithmetic. Print 1 plus 2, 3, so it's running correctly. So if you face any issue, you might write it in the comment section, I'll attend to it. But for the sake of this video, we've installed the IDE, we've installed Python, we've tested it, we've written the first line of code, and it has done so successfully.